Welcome to the Carolina Beat. I'm Chad Greenhill, continuing our discussion about lifestyle and aging with Juliana Monroe of Lotus Wellness Center of Jacksonville. How are you, Juliana?
I'm good. You asked me a really great question last time about the services that we at Lotus can provide to help bridge that gap between what we're feeling stress-wise during the day and then, when we come in to see us, yes, how to progress past that. And I really felt like I had this message to deliver, and I'm so happy you let me deliver it. But the big thing that I love at Lotus is the Magnesphere. And we've talked about it before. We've kind of beat the dead horse, but we're going to do it a little bit more. The Magnesphere balances autonomic nervous function. It stimulates the vagus nerve. That promotes the rest and digest aspect of our nervous system, where we're actually healing, we're digesting our food better, our hormone synthesis is, optimized, and reproductive function is also optimized. And I think sometimes people go, oh, well, I'm of the age that I don't need to be doing that. Take that with a grain of salt. It's relative.
Sure.
We can kind of marry the endocrine, which is our stress hormone, governing system, and so many other hormones, but that system and the reproductive system. So when we are in, when we're balanced in autonomic nervous system function, we can readily recover from an emergency, from the perception of attack, which is happening often.
Right, from the fight or flight.
From the fight or flight, right.
Sure.
From we can exit, we can transition from sympathetic on mode to parasympathetic better. So that's big. The Magnesphere and magnetic resonance therapy is my go-to in the office for that. There are other, it's just a tool, there are other ways to do it, mindfulness, meditating, yoga, breathing, okay. But in my office, Magnesphere is what we go to. There is another thing that I've been doing for years, and I really kind of want to bring it a little more to the forefront today, and that's relational coaching. So that involves really restoring the relationship between who you think you are,
right,
and perhaps who you really are.
So there's a difference in relationship coaching and relational coaching, because I noticed that you called it relational coaching.
Right. And there is. In the broader perspective, in relationship coaching, the focus is on how you interact with members of your family, with your work associates, school, what have you. I'd like to take a step back and establish that state that is within you, even when you're not around people, the way you see yourself, that's where relational coaching comes in. Kind of taking a leap that there might be something bigger than this world, than your job, how much money you make, what car is in your driveway, the square footage of your house, your credentials, and really kind of detaching a little tiny bit temporarily, because you can't hang out here in this beautiful world without those aspects, unfortunately, but temporarily detaching your identifying or over-identifying with those characteristics and those traits and really saying, who am I? Huh. So that's...
so relational coaching actually brings you back into the introspective.
Turns you within, right? Turns your focus within. And remember, we talked before, like, what we perceive is really a projection of what's going on within. And again, this is a big leap. This isn't something that someone's going to go, oh, wow, I'm not this body, I'm not a human being, I'm something bigger than this that transcends time and space. Oh, this makes so much sense, thanks so much. I mean, it's baby steps to this, right?
Right.
So, but yeah, and it's not for everybody, and not everybody is ready. But when you get that little download and maybe that little message, that little voice that says it's time for something different, then maybe it's time to come and see me.
It's time for something different.
Right.
Well, thank you for
You're
all
welcome.
of the information.
My
Thank
pleasure.
you for sharing that with us today.
Welcome.